Another day, another dollar in this ridiculous world we call truck driving. Where it's a lot of scams, a lot of fraudsters, a lot of people trying to separate you from your money. And today is one of them days for Andrew. Andrew got some people coming to separate my bank account from me, aka the tax man. Tax man came today. Today is the last day to do your KYU quarterly filing and your IFTA quarterly filing and payroll tax hit me today. So got up in this house knowing that today is the last day before you be paying some type of penalty, late fee and all that crap. I had to go in there and do my IFTA for Q1 2025 Q1. Had to do Kentucky. Had to pay them some money because I ran some miles through the KYU system. And then of course I got hit with payroll tax because I'm W2. Pay myself through QuickBooks full service payroll. So everybody got their tax money today out of Andrew. Then I see my favorite lease driver tagging me in some video talking about I made $875 to go up the road and back, and he grossing 10, 20, and 30,000. Now he was just saying, Josh. He was just saying. So Josh, it's been a whole week since I left the house, so maybe I give you, my settlement review since I don't really do these when I got my motor carrier. But I said, why not? Let me give Josh my first ever CAJ Logistics settlement review. Okay, here you go, Josh. Last Wednesday, I left the house. I moved 2 empty trailers for $800. Yeah, I know, 2 empty trailers. Ha ha ha. I only pay $800. I get what you're saying. Totally understand. So we did that. Went up the street and back with those. Then I did an overnight run for $1,000. Then Friday, we got hit with the Amazon debacle situation. That right there. That turned into $600. Okay, but we had to sit on that trailer Friday and Saturday. Saturday we returned the trailer, so didn't work on Saturday. Barely worked on Friday. Hell, I only went 20 miles. So Sunday that just passed, we was over at Air Gas. That's where we did the $875 run. And no, that was Monday. That was Monday morning, not Sunday. We was off Sunday. So Monday morning, that's when we did the Air Gas run. And here we are Wednesday. I was off yesterday, so here we are Wednesday. Okay, so obviously I don't run that much, or I didn't run that much this week. Local driver, just up the street and back. No runs over $1,000. No, I didn't do any runs over $1,000. Mud flap fuel card, of course, mud flap credit card. So here's the gross. I grossed $3,275. I got to pay factoring 3%, which is like $98. That brings me down to $3,177. And then Speedway, and whatever other freaking fuel stations I went to, which I think they all were Speedways, to be honest. No, I went to man, what is that place called in Kentucky? I think it started with an H. Some mom and pop fuel stop. I think it's like Huts or something like that. But anyways, it was Speedway and Huts, if that's the name of it. Fuel down total $537 in fuel. And that's only because my engine fan is stuck on, so I'm getting bad fuel mileage. But anyways, so after factoring 3% and paying the fuel man $537, I'm left with $2,640, which is probably more than Josh's paycheck. He just ain't realized it yet. So Josh, hey, yeah, it's true. I took a load, $875, and I moved 2 empty trailers for $800. And hear what you're saying, Josh. In some kind of way, my check is gonna be higher than yours. I don't know how though, Josh. I know the math ain't mapping in your brain. You don't know how it's possible. I didn't go to California. I didn't start over there, and I'm not heading down to Florida, and from Florida going up to Washington. No, I ain't do none of that. Now, it ain't a brand new truck, Josh. It ain't the latest greatest shoe shine. I don't have no $900 a week truck note plus 10 cents a mile plus trailer plus IFTA plus bobtail plus every other deduction in the book from cargo to everything. I ain't got none of that, Josh. I 3% factoring. That's it. 3% factoring, Josh. What we gonna do about this, Josh? What we gonna do about this, Josh? I know it's not fair. I know. I get it. It's not fair. Hey, it's not fair, Josh. It's not supposed to be fair. It's not supposed to be fair at all. Everybody laughing at me. So You know, hey, and look, Josh, I had to pay taxes today, so I'm losing money. Like I said, I had to pay up to today, and had to pay Kentucky their money, and payroll tax hit me today. Everybody hit me today, Josh. They separated me from my money. I know. Maybe I need to deduct that out of this $2,640. Yeah. Maybe I need to make that deduction. I'm gonna write all this shoe shine off anyway. But there we have it, man. That's my little 1 week of going up the road and back with no AC, Josh. That's why I'm just local, Josh, because I ain't got no AC. You see, Josh, I got cut wire going on. I ain't got no money to fix that, Josh. Where am I get the money from? Josh, they only pay me like $800 to go, up the street and back. I'm not making the money to fix that little wire. I had to tell like that said, man, Andrew, man, you need to hold something, man, because, man, you talking about you ain't got no AC, and I told like that, I said, man, like that, it's just a wire. It's just a wire. If I want the AC fixed, it'll get fixed. Problem is, man, I ain't got the time, man. I'm shoot, man. Do y'all know what it takes to go put a truck in the shop? It take time, and I gotta go drive the truck, go get it, drive it to some shop 45 minutes away, sit it there a couple of days, and my car, meanwhile, my car over there somewhere. Man, that's time consuming. That's time because it ain't even that hot out here. No AC means I ain't got to go OTR. So I'm gonna get the AC fixed, or it may just be another summer that Andrew. We may put it off the next summer. Who knows? But I'm gonna go look at that wire in just a second and see what it actually leads to. Maybe I can connect the wire and then do a butt connector or something like that. But yep, nothing much going on, man. May 5th. If you are more than 270 days late on them student loans, they looking at levy about 15% of your money. That ain't including the fact that they probably already getting you for 15% on just child support. That's 15 or 30% right there. Good God, boy. They said, hey, all right. Trump about to separate. Hey, he finna get to separating you from your money. Get used to it. Then Walmart and Target, them CEOs, they talking about, hey, them ships, they ain't no more ships coming. Shell's about to be empty. Okay, so they already separating you from your money. Now they finna separate the shells from your house. Drive-in is suffering right now. I understand. I know. Hey, Andrew, man, it's drive-in. The rates are just going down. It ain't enough freight, and you got all these carriers out here. I'm talking about they owe gobs of money for these trucks, these trailers, everything leased, rented, borrowed, and it's starting not to be enough black folks to go up there and pay for all that shoe shine. So, for my 1099 drivers, be on the lookout. You get to the fuel pump, and it's talking about the car decline. Carrier running out of money. You a reefer driver, you need to go get a trailer wash out. It costs $50. Carrier talking about, can you pay for it? Carrier running out of money. You got about $2,000 in escrow. You hit a pole or something, and they don't take it out the escrow. They take it out your check instead. A carrier running out of money. So just be on the lookout for a bunch of red flags out there, drivers, because I know when you see all these trucks and trailers and everything brand new, it look like they making $1 million. I know. Trust me, I get it. It do. It look like they making $1 million. If only you knew the type of hell they going through in that office in there with the door closed. Oh, if they do you like that did, man, hey, where you at, driver? Yeah, we returning 15 trucks, so we need you to come drive that truck back. Yeah, they got 15 trucks going back to pit. Any type of trucks going back anywhere, they running out of money. I heard the oil field's picking back up. Is that right? Some of y'all been in my comments. Andrew, come back to North Dakota. Look here. North Dakota sounds good. And if I was to go back to the oil field, I probably would go to North Dakota only. Maybe Shreveport, but North Dakota. That would be first, Shreveport second. Texas, not at all. West Texas, all that. I don't do the free. I don't do the free. But Shreveport is still on the free line. It's just that it's more of an environment to have fun in. You're still around everyday life in Shreveport, Louisiana versus West Texas. It's that's all work out there. At least in Shreveport, Louisiana, they got casinos and real food that we can eat, and it's just a lot better. Plus, it's closer to the house. So there's the video, man. Just be on the lookout. A lot of scams out here. A lot of people trying to separate y'all from y'all money. Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout. Okay, I'm just a local driver. I'm a local driver, and if I want to go OTR, I will. Okay, I will. So it's gonna get tough out here, man. They talking about 20,000 some drivers. I think they got laid off over there at UPS, even though they just got that contract. I know they got the contract. It's supposed to pay them $1 million. Miss Charlie came to work today, told all 20,000 you're fired. Hard on the truck driver, man. Hard on the truck driver. Hard on the truck driver. I know 401k and RAs and I told you about Mr. Charlie, man. You don't know when Mr. Charlie gonna come to work and pick you. You don't know when. You have no clue. You all 20,000 workers showed up. They had their shirts tucked in. They did everything they were supposed to do. They ain't get no burgers like Andrew. They did all that. They did everything correct by the book. Mr. Charlie came to work, told them they were fired. Okay, so hey, it's hard out here. Hard on the truck driver. People out here ain't got no money to buy nothing. So ships ain't coming in. They don't need to come in. We ain't got no money anyway. What ship coming in for? They don't need to come in. Ship ain't coming in. No, leave them ships out there at sea. Matter of fact, leave them over there in the other country. We don't need no more ships. We need to build everything right here. Tell them, Trump, we need to build everything right here. We need to work right here. You know what I'm talking about? Truck drivers must read and speak English. I hear what you're saying, Trump. I hear what you're saying. Sounds good. They do. Trump, it sounds good. They need to read. They need to speak English. They need to pass a test. Yep, I hear what you're saying, Trump. I just wish you would wish it would have said something like requiring a high school diploma or GED or something like that. But as far as the reading and speaking English, I have no idea how you guys plan to enforce that. Because I'm telling you one thing about Migo. Migo gonna keep that truck drive. All them Migos out there in the oil field. You can enforce all that crap. Them trucks still gonna be running. The Russians still gonna be running. So I don't know how you gonna enforce it. I mean, and what's the penalty? What's the penalty? Okay, they get to the scale house. They can't read a sheet of paper. What they take a 10-hour break at the scale house? Out of service violation. What you gonna do? Nothing. You ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna keep rolling. That's exactly what's going on. They gonna keep rolling. So but hey, I could be wrong. Trump right now. Trump's so hard on the American people. You never know. You may get to the scale house, can't read that paper, and they suspend your license. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. But whatever they gonna do, change is coming. So that's all that matters. A change is coming. You just make sure you on the lookout. Y'all need to really start carrying. It's about time for truck drivers to start carrying some pistols. Not to start pistol whipping some people around here ain't got your money. You know what I'm talking about? And a lot of people out here, you gotta keep an eye open for everybody. Everybody need money right now. And they trying to figure out how to get the money from the people making the most. Andrew, who making the most? The truck driver. The truck driver. I got people right now. They don't do no trucking. They around here in Nashville. Who you think they hit up every day for some money? And they hit up Andrew, and guess what, Andrew ain't got no money. I ain't got a dollar. Do you know I just made the money to afford a steel tire on that car right there? I just made the money. I looked at the tire. I'm talking about all the wires are short. I said, dang, they about to separate me from my money. Went over there to discount tires. Told him I had no money, but I hit that mud flap credit card. I swiped the mud flap. See, I ain't had the money. I swiped the mud flap. Mud flap paid for it. I was like, oh, okay. Mud flap good for just more than just diesel, huh? Mud flap paid for that, so I got to pay mud flap back. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. But anyways, man, I'm gonna go and get on up out of here, man. I'll come back with another video. I'm gonna go out here, look at this classic, see what this damn wire go to. Maybe I can connect to get some AC going again, right? You don't want the AC running on that truck, cause then I'm gonna run all over you. Then I'm gonna start stretching out. You don't want me to stretch out with that damn classic. Everything paid for. All I paid is 3% and some mud flap fuel. So, Josh, we would love to see that summit. I would love to see it because, I understand you gross 10, 20, and 30. I hear what you're saying, Josh. Send me the settlement. That's all I'm saying. Send me the settlement, Josh. I will read it on my right here. I put it where everybody can see it. We can go through it together. Okay. just let me know, Josh. Or you know my email. If you don't, get in the comments down here. Get in the comments. Say Andrew, what's your email? I comment. Hey, Josh, this is my email. Send it to me. Send it to me, Josh. What 10.5? Is that what you said you gross 10.5? Okay, so 10.5. You gross 10.5, and after the Russians get through, doing what they be doing to you, will you take home more than Andrew? That's the question.